Hello, welcome to Wisdom of the Zodiac. Today's lesson will be taken from Volume 1 of Wisdom of the Zodiac, Chapter 44, titled Gemini Extended Meditation. This is part 2 of the meditation that we began for last month. As you remember, this year we have 2 Gemini festivals. One is in May and the other one is in June. So we are very, very fortunate to have these wonderful and abundant energies released onto humanity. So in this session, I will continue with the extended meditation that we began last month. As you remember, last month, we covered the first 3 principles that were going to be released or are released now into humanity. And these were given on page 601, peace, synthesis, and cooperation. So today's meditation will cover renunciation, righteousness, gratitude, and sacrifice. We will continue with that meditation and I will guide you through it. But let me say a few words about the symbols that we have been using and will continue to use throughout these meditations. As you remember, the first one was to think about our rising sign behind us as we did this meditation, and that is the goal toward which we strive. Think of the wisdom present in that rising sign. Okay, the second symbol is the chalice. We thought of that, visualize the chalice for our life as well as the chalice of humanity into which Christ is pouring his divine attributes and divine principles. The third symbol was the 5-pointed star, and that is the star of Christ, and it symbolizes beauty, goodness, righteousness, joy, and freedom. These are the 5 points of that star. The next one was the golden cross that we held above our heads, and then we visualized above humanity. What does that symbolize? It is the symbol of the members of the new group of world servers. Those who are dedicated to serve humanity. They have a vertical contact with the higher worlds, and they have a horizontal expansion and expression of that contact. So think of that symbol not in a religious way, but rather as a connection, as a communication device. The next one is the balance, is the symbol of justice and equilibrium. So you're thinking of that next symbol that we will do in this session. After that, it is the yellow rose. It's a conscious gratitude that is felt deep into your heart. That's what that yellow rose represents. The next one is the flaming torch, is a symbol of enthusiastic service or sacrificial service through which the light is spread by action in the world. And these meanings of these positions must be found by you. You may do this meditation every full moon if you so choose, watching the effect. But this is the most effective during the Festival of Humanity, also known as Festival of Christ, and the day when new groups of world servers, great servers in humanity, men and women of goodwill, spread these principles in everything that they do. So let's continue with our meditation, part 2, and we will start with page 604 with the keynote of renunciation. So as you remember, sit down and sit erect. And we began with relaxing and closing our eyes, put a smile on your face, relax your physical body and relax emotionally, and hold your mind alert. Don't put it to sleep. Visualize your rising sign on a banner standing behind you on the wall. Your rising sign is the symbolic presentation of your future toward which you strive. See if you can feel a striving to the quality that it represents. So take a minute to do that before we move on. Imagine once again the chalice above your head, then the 5-pointed star on your forehead. That represents beauty, goodness, righteousness, joy, and freedom. Then visualize the golden cross above your head and above the head of humanity. Sound one Om. Repeat after me. My Lord, let the energy of renunciation be the keynote of our lives. Let us renounce our egos, our vanities, our pride, our self-interest. Let us not identify ourselves with our positions, with our possessions, with our money, with our titles, but use them for the good of all people. Let us renounce all those thoughts, words, and actions that do not help the effort toward our perfection. Let self-renunciation be the keynote of our life. Renouncing ourselves, we become our higher selves. Renunciation is the result of awareness of higher values. Meditate on the sentence, renunciation is the result of awareness of higher values. Visualize a small scale at balance in front of your eyes with two cups on the same level. And think how renunciation in your life will keep balance in all that you do. Now take that symbol above humanity and visualize all humanity sitting in perfect balance. Sound one Om. Keeping that visual in your mind. Repeat after me as we move to the next keynote of righteousness. My Lord, let the energy of righteousness tune up our minds and hearts and make us realize the facts as they are. My Lord, help us not to walk out of the path of righteousness in our thoughts, words, and actions. Let righteousness enlighten the path of all our relations. A righteous person is a lamp in the darkness, Visualize what that would mean. A righteous person is a bridge to infinity. Let the energy of righteousness create in us the sense of justice. Meditate on the keynote. Let the energy of righteousness create in us the sense of justice. Visualize a golden rose on your right shoulder. Sound 1 Om. Repeat after me. My Lord, let the energy of gratitude fill our hearts and all our being. Let the energy of gratitude help us to realize that all kingdoms are helping us to walk on the path toward perfection. Gratitude leads to peace. Gratitude unfolds the flowers of our soul. Let the energy of gratitude fill our being. Gratitude is a fusion with the self of the universe. Sound 1 Om. Meditate on gratitude as a fusion with the self of the universe. Visualize all of humanity being one with the universe, not separate. Sound 1 Om. Visualize a flaming torch on your left shoulder. Repeat after me. My Lord, let the energy of sacrifice charge our wills. So that we realize the uselessness of identifying with the objects of our desires and share with all people our light, our love and beauty, and our vision. Let the energy of sacrifice open our eyes so that we strive for heroic actions, for heroic labor, for all planetary life. Sound one Om and meditate on sacrifice. What is the sacred in you that you need to bring out? What is the sacred in humanity that we can bring out together? Sound one Om. And as I read the last mantra, follow with me in your mind and visualize what these words mean as we continue to speak with our Lord. My Lord, let these 7 energies radiate out from my chalice to the whole universe, awakening all souls existing in space and on earth, so that the divine symphony may be heard all over the creation. The energy of peace, the energy of synthesis, the energy of cooperation, the energy of renunciation, the energy of righteousness, the energy of gratitude, the energy of sacrifice. Let all these energies fulfill the plan of the hierarchy, fulfill the purpose of Shambhala, in whom we live, move, and have our being. Let's visualize the whole planet, all the beautiful people in the world, the beautiful trees, flowers, animals, minerals, the oceans. Think of people without borders, and let the divine chalice of Christ pour its blessings on humanity as we say 7 Oms. You can say it out loud or in silence. It's important that we do full moon meditations and observations, that we take these books and the wisdoms in these books and discuss them with each other, view them on the videos, share them with people. Share this with as many people as you can. Read these books, get your copies so that the new year that we began in Aries, celebrated in Taurus, and 2 Geminis this year, that we start building the lighted house in a new way, in a better way this year. Full moon observations are very important, Torquem writes on page 607. We suggest you observe the 7 days of the full moon and read at the full moon period, the appropriate chapters from the Symphony of the Zodiac. That was the first book that Torquem released about the wisdom of the zodiac, and then subsequently released these 4 volumes of wisdom of the zodiac. Read the chapters, do the meditations, and especially during this Gemini, think of these beautiful symbols that we build through this extended meditation. I wish for you a huge and beautiful festival of humanity. May your heart and soul connect with all life forms in the universe. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.